started finally to get back to work. Right after the speech, I caught up with the Oklahoma Republican Congressman Josh Brecheen right after he left the chamber. So, are you better off today than you were 22 days ago?
Oh, look, we've got a Speaker of the House that's elected that is highly respected. He is somebody that people are inspired to follow. So much of, in my 10 months up here as a freshman member of Congress, there are a lot of people who will, vote for someone, and, it's been systematic. It's been built into the process that person would ascend to that position eventually. But what you see in the last 24 hours is a very organic, authentic enthusiasm for Mike Johnson because of the character that he has.
I hear you. But are you better than your conference today than you were 3+ weeks ago?
I believe we'll walk out of this and suffer no harm in terms of our ability to deliver an effective agenda. And look, I think Mike, in his heart of hearts, is going to excite, because of who he is going to excite the grassroots. And he represents bold colors, not pale pastel.
What happened? Now he's going to have to negotiate with the commander-in-chief. I mean, he's the top Republican in this town. Joe Biden's been here for decades. This is his first leadership role. What happens when he gets in the Oval Office one-on-one with the president?
I think Mike, he even alluded to it a minute ago, that he is going to delegate. He's going to pick good people, and he's going to seek a lot of counsel. He possesses servant leadership, and I think any good leader knows that you get smarter people than you put in positions to help you and aid you and deliver upon your agenda and your mission and your purpose and your values.
Abortion. He was for a national abortion ban in swing districts, these 20-something swing districts. Are you going to get the ad cut? Mike Johnson is with Donald Trump, and he supports a national abortion ban, and put those sort of moderates at play in 24.
I think what you would get from Mike Johnson is somebody who is a constitutional attorney. I think he's somebody who's studied the Constitution. I think he would look at the way the Constitution ends and says, of the 12th, which ties us into the Declaration of Independence. And the Declaration of Independence says that the form of governance for this country that we live in is to secure the right of liberty, life, and the pursuit of happiness. And so because life is intrinsic to a document that ties into the Constitution, he is advancing the rule of law.
What would you say to those who are worried that he supported the Texas, signed the amicus brief with Texas as it related to decertifying the election in 4 key swing states?
I think that constitutionally, if you look at what the Constitution says, it says time, place, and manner. Again, it goes back to somebody who is respected as a constitutional attorney. I think, I don't want to speak for him, but I think anybody who is looking upon the true intent of time, place, and manner to be determined by the state legislature, he has a valid ground, Pennsylvania, Arizona, when you have judiciary that is usurping the true reading of the Constitution. Look, our founders, Jefferson in particular, said it's a naive position to think only that the judiciary determines constitutionality. When it says specifically to the Constitution that the state legislature determines time, place, and manner, and you have these states that extend their voting because of a judicial decision, that's in direct violation of the Constitution.
You're walking over to, this is the Capitol, Cannon Rotunda, where like a lot of the interviews are. We'll leave you here. 3 weeks, there could be a government shutdown. What happens if he ends up cutting a deal with Democrats the same way that Kevin McCarthy cut a deal with Democrats? Or are you doing this all over again in 20-something days?
I think that Mike Johnson is a conservative in his core, and I think Mike will do what most good leaders do. He's going to lean into the conference, and we're going to come out with a good product. People support that which they help to create, and I think Mike's going to give everybody a chance to really have a seat at the table and bring about the best negotiating position we can have for a Democrat-controlled Senate and a Democrat in the White House.
Leave it there. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Appreciate it.